If you are moving to France from North America, these 10 differences will save you from major headaches. I lived 6 years in Toronto, and trust me, knowing these basics will make your French bureaucracy experience so much smoother. Let's jump right in. Your name. You will always state your last name first and then your first name. Your last name is always written in capital letters, compared to North America, where the format is first name, last name. Your email address. Make sure you know how to say the following. The symbols have different name than in North America. Arrobas, point, tiret ou tiret du 6, tiret du bas ou tiret du 8. The date is written in a different order in France. You will say it as day, months, and year. Same for the date of birth, compared to North America, where the format is months, day, year. 3 juin 2025 ou 03-06-2025. 03-06-25. The format of the phone number is different in France. In North America, you would say it as 3 numbers, and 4 numbers, but in France, it's 2 by 2. So you would spell it as 07 50 12 34 56. Try to practice it or rehearse it before you have to give it to someone, because I realized that when I moved back to France, I had to say it so many times to different administrations, and it could be tricky when you keep the old format in your head, because people will not understand it. The time. In North America, we use the 12-hour clock format, but in France, we use the 24-hour clock format, or military time, how you call it in North America. So to say 10 a.m., you will say 10 heures. But to say 2 p.m., it will be 14 heures. My tip for you to get used to the 24-hour clock before you move to France is to switch the time on your phone so you get used to it. If you need more details on how we say the time in France, you can grab my ebook. The link will be in the description. The way you talk to people using you is very different in France. As you know, probably, there is vous, which is formal, and tu, which is informal. It is very tricky because it depends on the situation, but these are the things that always apply. We know that you, tu, is used with everyone in North America, but in France, you always use vous, which is the formal way, but also the plural way, to talk to strangers, professionals, people you will meet for the first time when you talk to many people at once, and people that are significantly older than you. Then you can use tu, which is the informal, casual way to talk to people when you are talking to friends, people who gave you the permission to say tu to them. You can use it with close family members, and you use it to one person, not many people. Something you have to remember is to never mix vous and tu in the same sentence if you are talking to the same person. If you need more explanation about this specific topic, I made another video as well that you can check out. In France, we don't have the same way to talk about floors in building apartment or any building. In North America, it starts with the first floor and so on. So in France, the first floor will be the ground floor, rez-de-chaussée. Then the first floor will be the second floor, which is le premier étage. And then the second floor will be your third floor, which is the deuxième étage. So try to remember this because it might be very confusing. First of all, when you are giving your address or when you get to a place and you just go to the wrong floor. Then the way we write down prices. The difference with North America is that in France, we use commas instead of periods for decimals. For a price, we will say it that way. 19,99 €. Or if we talk about a rent or something, 1065,25 €. Or 1065 et 25 centimes. Get used to write it that way because you see the difference, and it can be really big when you are writing a check or maybe doing your taxes. Something that is very confusing is that in France we use the metric system, whereas the imperial system, or a mix of both systems, is used in North America. So you have to remember that for the weight, we use kilograms. For the liquid measurements, we use the liters. For the distances, we use kilometers. For the temperatures, we use Celsius degrees. And for the sizes, it's a whole different thing. So I put a link below so you can check out depending on which country you're coming from and see what the equivalent is in France. The last one is to remember that the shopping hours are really different in France. In North America, everything is pretty much opened every day until late, but in France, most stores close by 7 to 8 p.m. on weekdays and Saturdays. Most of them are closed on Sundays. You might find a bakery or a grocery store that is open on Sunday morning. Small shops usually close for lunch break between 12 and 2 p.m. And the restaurants will not always be open. On Monday, they might be completely closed, and they will take a break between 3 and 7 p.m. This applies to stores and restaurants in medium to small size cities. If you go to Paris, you will mostly find stuff open. If you are in the process of relocating to France, I have a program that will help you improve your conversational skills for work, but also for the everyday life, so your move is made easier and smoother. If you need any information about this program, you can check out the link in the description.